Hey guys, my name is Mike or Kubera, and today is a crazy day. It's November 3rd, which the hard fork is happening on around November 16th. That's what we're talking about today. And also the crazy prices of Bitcoin, which, by the way, Bitcoin is right now at $7,300. 73.21 and 57 cents to be precise. Bitcoin Cash is at $674, and all of this is rising. So been looking over the past couple of days, the market cap of everything is $199.2 billion. It's going to finally hit $200 billion, which we've been waiting for that for months now. We're talking about SegWit2x, the hard fork. It's happening. There's no way to stop it. So stay tuned. So despite the seeming lack of community support, the Bitcoin hard fork is going to go through. There's no threshold, which Belshi said he would. Belshi's one of the developers, by the way, for SegWit2x. He said that there's no threshold at which his side would particularly call off the fork. It's happening on November 16th or around there, depending on where you're located and what problems may arise out of this. But pretty much when it will go through, things will remain normal. So you have two sides that are either supporting this or against this. And with these sides, the ones who are supporting it are going to hold their Bitcoin, and they're going to continue holding it until the fork passes over, and it's going to be just like everything else. Then you have the second side that is either selling off right now or will sell soon, especially with the price of Bitcoin going up towards 8,000.
Okay, it's 3:19 in the morning. Who needs sleep, right? Because Bitcoin. So unfortunately, the sound did die, but that's fine because we're going to be talking about SegWit2x. Let's finish this up. Pretty much, the SegWit2x coins are currently at 14% of the value of Bitcoin. So that's all you need to know. Pretty much what happened before over the past couple of months is everyone was freaking out about hard forks. That's because Bitcoin hasn't really had much experience with it. Now, since there's been two hard forks and nothing really happened, there's been no fights. I mean, okay, so other than like these verbal weird thingies, the keyboard warriors coming out on Reddit and forums and saying, I'm smarter than you, and my Bitcoin's better than your Bitcoin, even though it's technically the same thing, and it's like 99% of the code is the same on either side. There's some extra mumbo jumbo on other stuff, and it's corporate, really. It's companies versus the public, I guess. So it gets a little confusing with who's the good guy, who's the bad guy. I don't think there's any good guys, bad guys. It's not that black and white, but of course, greed is leading certain companies to do maybe not the best for public. What am I talking about? There's some CEOs that are gathering in hotel rooms discussing plans for profit, even though it may not be the best for Bitcoin and the masses that are using Bitcoin, which the original developers behind Bitcoin at first were worried about this, but now they're like, to be quite honest, they're exhausted, kind of like me. They're just like, well, we're excited for it to happen, and just everybody's going to see that not much is going to come out of it. So it's just going to prove a point to those who were so adamant about it over the past couple months. There's still support from the miners. There's overwhelming support from the miners, 75%. But the miners, okay, so there will be vulnerabilities. The miners will be able to attack. But if we look at Bitcoin Gold, there was no attack. So if they really wanted to, they could have done it there. So probabilities are nothing's going to happen here as well. And if they did, well, then there'd be some interesting backlash, I just assume. Anyways, that's the most important bit, that the current coins are 14% of what it is on Bitcoin. So even if Bitcoin went in half, which, by the way, it's approaching $8,000, that's the thing we left up on. Currently, it's dropped a little bit. It's got a correction. It fell from 73.50 to around 70.50, around there. But, it just drops and then goes up again a couple $100. It fluctuates just like that, right? The people who don't support it, well, they're always going to find a reason why not to, and they're going to try and get another altcoin going while, Bitcoin either does its thing or it has a bad couple of months. But all the meanwhile, there's more and more people coming into blockchain who are interested in cryptocurrencies. That's why Bitcoin, that's why cryptocurrencies will be rising with their market caps, with their values, because you still have plenty of new markets and new regions of the world that have heard about it but don't really know what Bitcoin is, and they haven't yet invested other than like the banks and big whales, but that's it. A lot of investors aren't interested in the Bitcoin alternatives, but even if you're trying to sell them off for a discount to some of these investors, it's having some problems, which can show the confidence in what's going on. It all started with a good intent, though, to make everything better, faster, more effective. And at least, out of this, we're able to take a lot and learn from it. And of course, confidence was boosted due to the fact that everybody who was freaking out, they sold off. And the only guys who remained were the newbies who decided, oh, let's go into it, which drove the price up for the hardcore guys who were holding on to it and still probably are holding, or maybe they sold off a little bit at this point. Come on, it's $7,000 plus. That is crazy. Anyways, what do you guys think about the upcoming hard fork? It is November 16 or around there. It's actually the 4th today, so it's coming up, but there's not much really going on. Not the same stuff that happened in July. Do you remember that? Everybody was freaking out. People were selling at 1,800, and that sucks. Oh, you sold at 1,800, now it's approaching $8,000. Wow. But of course, we can't be like that. We need to be nice and friendly because others will be making fun of me for selling at 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. I even sold a little bit today. Why? Because it's always good to have a little bit of fiat, a little bit of Bitcoin, a little bit of gold, seeing what's going on. Okay, I don't actually have gold, but that'd be cool. Oil, just have a barrel of oil in here. Bam! That would be interesting. That's straight up business. Like, there will be blood move. People were hopeful that after SegWit's activation, everybody would get together, there'd be some compromises made, but instead it was kind of like a coup. So we saw that there's certain areas of, it's business, it happens, not everybody will agree, and as it gets more mainstream, it's good that the problems are coming out and we're able to solve them bit by bit. It's a slow process, but it's something. So as long as it's improving and the network will be able to handle everything over the next couple of months and the next couple of years, I think there will be some more aggressive expansion. Although this week has been crazy. It exploded just like that. It was just like rockets going to the moon. Anyways, my name is Michael Kubera. I think we need to get a little bit away from Bitcoin because everybody's talking about Bitcoin. Let's talk about something else. BitConnect, yes. Bye. Good night. Get some rest. Get some rest. Money never sleeps, bud. Bitcoin never sleeps, bud.